Yes, we are outside. So yeah, we're outside today because don't have any privacy in my room right now. So I still don't think I have any privacy, but whatever. If anyone hears, I'm not talking nothing bad or nothing. Again, apologize for the setup. Whatever. I hope you can hear me. I hope this doesn't end up badly. But anyways, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, which is wild to say at 31 years old. It's not like I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I just don't know if my dreams and goals are like a grandiose type of thing, like highly unattainable and highly unachievable without extra skills and talent and maybe a lot of luck. I mean, I have goals. I have things that I want to do versus what I'm actually doing. I don't know. I mean, like, okay, for instance, when I was 6, I wanted to be a doctor, but then I didn't follow through with that. That dream went away real quick. I don't do that. But I always liked their reading, and I always liked their writing. Like, I wrote so much as a kid, and there was a period of time, like, in my teenage years where I stopped writing. And when I stopped writing, I was doing like stories and like creating worlds in my head, like fantasy worlds, and I would do that. But then that kind of transformed into lyrics, like song lyrics. First it was punk lyrics because I was so convinced that I was going to be in a punk band. That didn't work out. And then it kind of transformed into rap because at this, I started listening to a lot of hip hop, and so I was trying to get my bars up. For a very long time, I was really, really convinced that I was going to be a writer when I grew up. Like, I would tell my family, my mom, my dad, aunts, uncles, all of them who would listen, I would have a notebook and I would tell them, like, look at this thing that I wrote, look at this story that I wrote, I remember my dad had a typewriter. I don't know where he got this typewriter. To this day, I don't know where that came from. He just randomly came into the house and was like, hi, I have a typewriter. I'm like, all right. I had to be like 8 or 9 at this time, and I used to be on that typewriter all the time writing stories, and like, I don't know, just like, I always like creating my own worlds and universe. I always valued that more than actually like living in the real world and having friends and trying to get friends. I would just spend time on my notebook or on that little typewriter and write. And a lot of the stuff that I would write would be like fantasy, because at this time I was really obsessed with Harry Potter, obviously, and Lord of the Rings, Aragon, Artemis Fowl, like stories like that. So a lot of the things I would write would be like kind of like that. And I remember one summer in middle school, well, I was in 6th grade and I was going to 7th grade. I dedicated my entire summer to writing a novel, if you will. And I did. I spent many summer nights, summer days, just writing in this little spiral notebook that I had. And I can't tell you if it was good or not. All I know is that it involved a princess and a castle and like a prince and magic and a wizard. Very, very Harry Potter-esque. But I don't know where that notebook is now, for the record. I don't know where that is. But anyways, when I got to high school, and I was looking at colleges and stuff, I was like, I wanted to be like maybe a teacher, like an English teacher, because I really, really, in 10th grade, I really, really loved my English teacher at the time, Miss Edwards. Shout out to her. And I wanted to be an English teacher. I wanted to get a degree in like education. I wanted to be an English major. I wanted to take up creative writing and stuff like that. And that was a goal for me for a long time, and then stuff happened, and I kind of lost the plot, and I just ended up like graduating high school and like not going to college or doing anything. You know, part of the reason was because like my grades kind of dropped and stuff. Like I graduated, but I mean, I was going through a lot of depression and stuff, and like unaddressed issues, and that kind of like going through that kind of made my grades fail, and I wasn't really as motivated as I wanted it to be. So yeah. But I don't know. And then for a time I didn't really knew what I wanted to do. I mean, I worked at Target for a little minute, and while I liked it there, I knew that that's not what I wanted to be. But like on the side, I would like, you know, I liked the gaming a lot. So, you know, this was at the time where like I was watching like the Jacksepticeyes and the Markipliers and the Dashy games, and I was like very convinced that, you know, I want to be a gaming YouTuber. And I did work on that for a little bit. I didn't go far. I didn't do much. I kind of quit, and I kind of regret that a little bit, because it was like, you know, what would my life would have been like if I just kept going. You know, maybe I wouldn't have been a huge mega gaming YouTuber, but I mean, who knows? And then there was a period of time where I really got into music, and I was recording tapes, mixtapes, EPs, and all of that, and shooting music videos and recording in a studio that my former friend had. And for a while I was very convinced that, you know, I was gonna be gonna blow up. And I don't know, music while I still create music hasn't been on the forefront for me in a minute. It's been more of a whenever the creative drive comes, or whatever I feel like it type of thing, versus back then when I was like trying to release a tape every few months. And I think a part of that is because I don't know, I guess because I didn't blow up, and you know, I didn't get the superstardom that I wanted. I kind of like got discouraged and felt like, you know, my music wasn't cool or my music wasn't good, even though people would tell me like they like my music and they liked it a lot. I felt like, you know, because I was around so many artists at this time, and I felt like they were getting more love than I was, and I felt like I was like this little kid that was trying to do my thing, but like it wasn't as cool as the others. So that kind of got me discouraged a lot. Felt like I had to beg people to listen to my music, and I hate begging. Like I hate asking. I hate asking, and like I didn't want to be one of those SoundCloud rappers that's like link in bio or something. Or like check out my music. I don't know why that's so hard for me. But I don't know. I just don't like asking. I don't like promoting myself. Like I do, but like at the same time, I'm like so scared that like, am I doing too much? Am I? Even now, currently, I feel like yeah, like right now, I'm unemployed and stuff, and been looking for jobs, and I hate it. I hate every single moment of it, and I've had periods of this, you know, of looking for jobs and finding something, and then landing something, and just not liking it. You know, I've impulsively quit jobs because it's like I don't want to do this. I remember this one time I worked at a call center that was like, it was like customer service for Walmart or something, and I hate it. Like we would get like calls back to back to back, and people yelling at you and stuff, and like I didn't vibe with that. Like I don't. And I already don't like talking to people. I mean, talking to people on the phone is a little bit easier for me, but it's just, And like I've been in retail, I've been in food service, and I hate that. You know, I like right now I can talk to you because I don't see you. I can talk on the camera just fine. I don't see you guys, but you know, I don't see who's watching. I don't know the views I'm gonna get, but you know, I don't like being in a retail environment and in the public and stuff because so many people is so loud, and I can't wear my headphones, like I don't have any accommodations and stuff, and sensory overload. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't, and it's like, what options do I have? Like, I don't have a degree. I was into programming at one point, and I did go to a technical college and got my certificate and certifications for, you know, JavaScript, Java, and I believe, was it C plus? I don't know, but and I was doing programming for a while, and that was like a special interest for me for a minute. But now I feel like programming is not like I kind of don't want to do it. I kind of think it's cool still, but like I don't know if I want to be in an office or all day working for some tech company doing like back end stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I was so into programming, and now I don't care about it. Like, every now and then I'll be like, I should probably brush up on some coding, brush up on my Java skills and stuff. And then I'm like, like there are two things that I want. There's two things. Okay, there's the I work for a company for a couple of years, a good company, and get paid nicely and benefits, and I have enough money to sustain a life, and have a family and my own, you know, apartment or whatever. And then there's the other dream goal that I have is like, I'll be a content creator. You know, I see myself as like, you know, this YouTuber / live streamer that's playing games and going and talking about stuff and doing what I'm doing now, and just doing this for my career. And I just, and even with my music and stuff, like I want to be able to, I want to live a life where I can create and make money off of that. Like, I want to be my own boss, or my own, like not waiting for someone to say, hey, you're hired, or like you're like, here's your hours, like here's your schedule. Like, I want to have my own schedule. I want to do my own thing and be able to sustain from that. I want to be able to entertain people. You know, that's what I want to do. But I don't know if I'm being too head stuck in the clouds type thing. Like, can I make it on YouTube? Can I make it as a Twitch streamer? Can I do those things? Can I live a life like that? Can I be a musician? And you know, I don't even have to be like a A-list celebrity mainstream artist. I've always admired like the independent artists. Half the artists that I listen to are like independent artists that are doing their own thing. You may not hear their music on the radio, but they have like a huge fan base, and they have fans all over the world. You know, will my beats ever make it past mid? Because I've been, you know, sampling and cutting and chopping up samples, and, you know, making my own beats, and they're pretty mid. But will I get better at that? Will I have time to focus on that? Or will I get consumed by finally getting a job, a 9 to 5, full time, 40 hours, making $14-15 an hour, which is nothing in Florida, literally nothing in Florida. And struggling, or like even if I got a job that like was paid nicely and was sustainable, but would I be happy though? And does happiness even mean anything anymore? Like, if someone right now were like, okay, I'm gonna give you enough money where you can get a house, you can travel, you can buy foods, you don't have to ever worry about nothing, but it was a 9 to 5, it was 40 hours a week, it was full time, it was with a company, you have a boss, a supervisor, HR, and all of that, but you were able to live comfortably. And I took that job. And then the other option was, do the things that you really want to do. You may not get paid as much. It may be a while before you get to like getting paid like the amount that will be enough to sustain your life and the things that you want to do. I mean, I would want to pick the second option, but that might be that stupid though. There are tons of ants crawling on me, but they're not biting me. They're not like red ants or anything, but like I'm still nervous. I don't know how that will look for me. I don't know what I want to do. I know what I want to do, but I just don't know if I'm just being immature, chasing a dream and not handling my business. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not going to try to do honest work on the side while I chase my dreams. I'm not saying that at all, but it's just like right now, while I'm unemployed and literally been on thousands of interviews, thousands of applications, and thousands of no's, and having a background also hurts my chances too. Like I'll get hired and then they see my background, my criminal background, and then they'd be like, nah. Which is so funny to me because it's like, I can't work at Whole Foods, but like the president of the United States, or a person who is running up to be the president of the United States with like 34 counts, like is a felon, like an actual convicted felon, and can be president and lead the country. But I can't be a cashier at Whole Foods because of something I did back in 2020 when I was clearly having a mental health crisis. But instead of having a system where people actually get help when they're going through that, no, they just throw you in jail and now you're a criminal, now you're a felon, now you're whatever. I'm gonna still try to find something to at least have some money in my pockets. I mean, I'm living at home with my parents, so it's not like I'm in dire situations, but at the same time I do want freedom, I do want independence, I do want to eventually move in with my girlfriend and we have our own apartment and doing our own thing. But I kind of want it to be where like I have my own little room where I stream and I create content and I create music and I create beats, and that's my life, and I'm making money off of that, and people know who I am off of that. I mean, that's what I want to do for real. I don't want to be a coder. I don't want to. People have told me to go into the trade. So many people have told me to join a union and be an electrician or be a plumbing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I completely hats off to people who are in the trades. Society would not function without you guys. So don't get me wrong, but it's just like, yeah, I can do all those things. I'm not above that. It's just, I don't know. I just have this interest in doing those things. Like I finally get a good job, and then I'm just so bored and so repetitive, and it's not. And what makes it worse is like a lot of these places aren't accommodating. They're too loud. The lights are too bright. I can't wear headphones on. You can't have your phone or your headphones while you're on the work floor. And I have to deal with people, and my social cues suck, so I don't know if a person is mad at me or not. My boss is like, you're not focusing, because I'm in La La Land, or that, or I shut down. Because what happens when I get too overstimulated or too overwhelmed, I kind of become reclusive and unresponsive and nonverbal. So I don't know. And I don't want to make it seem like I can't do anything. I mean, I've been working since 19, so I'm capable, but I just wish there was a better way to deal with this, especially as I'm getting older. But I don't know. So it's not that I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, basically, to sum up everything. It's just more like, I don't know if what I want to be is not attainable, but it's definitely a very hard thing to put it's a very hard thing to attain. And I don't want to get brokenhearted. I don't want people to look at me and being like, you're not being a responsible adult. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I am being immature. I don't know. You tell me when you watch this video. But I have goals that I have dreams and goals that I realized that are very grandiose in nature. Like, who's to say I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? Who's to say that I have people actively watching me on Twitch, and I do that every day? Who's to say people will listen to my beat tapes? Who's to say people will listen to me rapping and my music and my mixtapes and my EPs? Who's to say any of that? Who's to say that this doesn't just be a hobby for me, but actually a dream job that I could work? I don't know. But people tell me go back to school, get your computer science, get your associates in programming. And it's like, yeah, I can do that. I have the credits for it to transfer to a community college. But I kind of don't want to do that. I don't know if I'm being stubborn. Probably. You know what? I'm just going to outright say it. Hi. My name is Sean. I want to be a content creator. I want to be a creative. I want to make my money doing music, writing, creating YouTube videos, creating films, creating entertainment for people, live streaming, playing games for an audience. And that's what I really want to do when I grow up. Even though I am grown up, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to, and by a 9 to 5, I mean I don't want to work in the office. I don't want to work in a food service. I don't want to work in retail. I don't want to work in a call center. I don't want to do that anymore. And I might have to do that until this becomes enough to sustain my life and living and stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do this, what I'm doing to you right now, forever. Anyways, I'm gonna leave because I see a bee and I have bee phobia and I'm scared. The bee is minding his own business, by the way. He's not stunning me, but I'm scared of bees. So I'm gonna go. And plus my laptop, I have no power outlet and my laptop battery sucks. So I feel like this thing is going to die any second now. So I'm gonna go. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this. I hope I was very coherent throughout this entire whatever this is. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.